work the infinity tricks. What the f? I definitely want to change my outfit then. Oh my god. And hello everyone. Welcome back to another Roblox video. And by another, I mean one I haven't done since the very beginning days before I even did a webcam where I did text-based stuff. But I stumbled upon this game literally last night while I was just streaming because I was bored and didn't feel like playing any regular games. So I'm like, oh, I'll just jump on Roblox. And apparently this is on the top page, an actual Ben 10 game that I actually find crazy that it actually is well scripted. I was not expecting when I saw the whole thing. I'm like, oh, this could easily be a clickbait type of picture and everything, but no, you're actually well scripted, definitely. Like, you can actually, like, I purposely changed my character to my Ben 10 clothes just for this video, but like, it is definitely amazing. Like, you can even be way big, surprisingly. It takes a moment because he's so big and everything, and the script has to enlarge his character, but it is him. That's the amazing thing. He can't jump. Like, this is a game in progress anyway. But like I'll obviously have the game picture on the screen, but it's like it seems like a whole group is trying to make this game a reality, and that is just awesome. Like, someone I know, and the one thing that sucks is way big's giant laser that lags the server even more, but makes sense as to why. It seems that the servers can only be up to 9 people around there because, and by the way, I'm sorry about the whole walking sound effect constantly going wrong. I'm guessing that there's a non-stop person just walking, or someone screwed up the sound. I don't know, but I definitely like the amount of characters that they have already, and they're still working on, like, not all of them are perfect. Like, some of them you can't even change back to form. Like, for instance, and some of the characters don't even, like Upchuck, he can only melee. He can't even use his actual ability. But characters like Cannonbolt, like, you would think that he wouldn't be able to roll and everything like he normally can, but it turns out that, like, he does his regular walking, but then he actually can stay rolled, which is pretty cool to me. And that's his attack and everything. And then he can go back to form. Like, this is definitely a well scripted game. I really suggest following the Sushi Walrus 3D on Twitter if you're interested to find updates. I myself did favorite and like this game because I definitely look forward to there being more progress happening to it. Definitely. I'm planning on actually following the group. Okay, that person screwed up. But anyway, yeah, then you can change form and everything. So it's definitely like hell. One of these, yeah, Heat Blast. I didn't even realize that you could. You would think that they wouldn't put it in the game for him to be able to at least fly, but you can, instead of flying, do a super jump with that. But you, I have a feeling that the person is going to make them fly. Like, they're probably going to do the same thing that they do with Stingfly and Ghost Freak, where it's just a hover. But, like, would be a nice idea is if you did. Oh, come on. That's one thing I definitely hate about this game, is that it glitches out sometimes with the abilities. to not let you, like, because it's like this whole jump thing, I didn't even get that before because I wasn't trying the different things. I thought it was just the fireball the entire time. But it's a nice scripting completely. I cannot say that enough. Like, the animations are just on so good. But oh, good. Okay, I don't have a head, but I know it's gonna. I probably has to load in if I redo it. And I know there's no background sound because like they just never bothered to put that in the game, which I can understand why. Because what are you gonna put in a Ben 10 game? Because that wouldn't be annoying over time. It's bad enough you constantly are getting the sound effects, and you're also getting the holograms and whatnot. So I just want to retry doing accelerate again. Nope. Ah, damn it. But there are many characters that they got. Like, for instance, you would think Gray Matter, like, he wouldn't be that small, but he actually is incredibly small, especially right next to Way Big. But the sad thing is, his only ability is to make some sort of gun, but he can't even change back either. That's the thing about his character, he can't change back. And he can't melee. He can only create the gun, which I don't even think it's working now. So it's great. You have to reset your character. And then, of course, it takes time for the game, because of all the scripts and everything, it takes time to actually do stuff. And here's the whole team. Yeah. Like, it's a nice map and everything, but you would think that with the amount of scripts they're doing for I know that's the amount of scripts that they're doing, you would think that they would at least have a full-fledged map with actual characters at least walking around. But unless I know otherwise, I didn't realize the Omnitrix could be a gun. But after all, they are, like, in this game, they're calling the Infinity Tricks or something, which I'm pretty sure they never even called it in the show. I could be wrong, though. But it's definitely cool, the amount of characters that they do have. Some of them don't really do anything. But it's like, they even have Goop, surprisingly. And you can just... This is so... You can lunge. I wish that the buttons, like, I know you can also flatten down, you just have to get the right, come on, there you go, that's what I was, it's like you have to spam the buttons constantly because I don't think the script knows how to do everything correctly. Yeah, but can you even, I wish that you could, like, they just basically have to fix a whole lot of scripts in order for this game to be a whole lot more successful. But it's not only this, you can also, they did, I don't want to jump in the ship because it will teleport me to another world and everything. But like, I understand their whole idea is to basically I'll definitely show you later in the video, but like, you can jump in a ship and like travel to different planets, which is nice. But like, the only planet I saw, they didn't, I couldn't even load the game. I was sitting on the loading screen for like 5 minutes, and that wasn't even on stream, that was before I recorded. But overall, this is, like, the scripting for the actual Omnitrix, I just find so good. They just need to fix some of most of the characters to actually give them abilities and also to be able to change back. Like I said, these characters, like, I'm guessing that they're working on the pictures like that so that they can show up and everything. Like, you have Swamp Fire, which, like, like I said, I'm very, like, he has no abilities, as you can see. but what do you expect? He at least can change back. That's the thing. Like, to me, like, I hate that some of the characters can't change back. They should definitely, before even adding them to the roster, they should add the ability to change back. That way, hey, you at least can see the model. He may not be able to do anything, but you can at least see the model. But, you can even do Ghost Freak, which I was trying even in the stream, I think I was trying to actually see if he could phase through, but he definitely can't, sadly. Yeah. Or at least be translucent, but he can, like, just on his own, like, move his eyes back and forth and everything. Like, eh. Like, he's really not doing much anyway. Yeah. As I said, it would be slightly annoying. Let's see if Accelerate actually loads it. Nope, still not. That's great. But you can speed boost, so I'm surprised that like all the characters and they haven't even added Jet Ray. But you can't. I'm guessing they're working because they were saying they were going to try to put every single character in because as far as I know, the show is shown like the series has shown over 50 characters. I'm pretty sure. So that's a lot of models being used. And just to be warning that because of all the scripting and like at least up to 9 people, or in this case 7 people in this server, because of all that people, the server does lag because of, after all, every model being used at once, especially multiple different ones. Like, it is just amazing. Even like Ben Wolf, like I know he can't really do much though. That's the thing. Oh well. And apparently this one can't change back either. That's nice. But yeah, that like I was even surprised by the fact that like this map, like you guys may not recognize it really, but like if I'm not like correct, isn't that the parallel? This is either the parallel universe one with the rich Ben, or that's one of the villains places. I'm pretty sure. But before I end this video, I wanted to definitely show, like they even have a Camaro here, and you want to know why? Because you can do this. You can they actually made it so that upgrade could turn into a vehicle. And this is what I also wanted to show you guys, that they included Max's plumbing, even though you actually can't do anything inside of it. Like you could they have the whole lunge attack, which I'm guessing is just an animation while you're morphing it into the vehicle, but can't even. I hate that I'm guessing they're going to, since they have this whole entire cube here, I'm sure that they're going to end up making you be able to go down into, like, I want to actually see before I even make that guess. I want to be Stingfly and actually check under the map to see if they're planning on doing that. Of course, I can't fly faster, but that's fine. But I just want to check out under the map to see if they're making that or if it's just a design. That sucks. It's just a bunch of shadows. Okay. Oh, maybe they'll possibly add it in the future. Either that or they'll have a teleport thing where the plumber base thing will be like it'll probably be, I can see them doing it under the whole city thing, but like it'll be a teleport thing instead of doing the elevator thing, because the elevator, that would literally be a, like, you're going to screw up the elevator with the amount of people wanting to go down there, even though there won't be much down there until you actually put stuff down there. But as I said, you can be a whole lot of characters, even though some of them aren't even that finished, really. Sadly. Let's be forearms. And you can do super jumps. You can even go like that. His classic move of smashing into things. You can punch. Which apparently, I thought he was going to do different moves. Okay, he did, but barely. But yeah, I really hope like the. It's funny that they have all these like beginning characters, but like you would think that they would have like hell. What is it? I'm trying to think. This is Arctic One. I'm trying to think. I know one of these characters is not part of the original thing. Yeah, the Humongousaur and all them, they're part of him when he's a teen. That's why when they showed him, I'm like, but he's not, like, feedback, I'm surprised that it's part of the game because, or, well, he's part of Omniverse, should I say. But he can't do anything, sadly. At least he can change back, but that is pretty much it. I'm surprised there's no Mr. Smoothie sign as far as I can tell, but that'll do it for this video. I just felt like showing you guys about the actual game because I was surprised on stream as you guys saw that first reaction. I literally thought it was a clickbait game, but then it's like it's wouldn't be a clickbait game if it was on top. And if it was a clickbait game, people would immediately be leaving, but it's still on the top page. So, and you guys know top page stuff always gets the most amount of people. And as a side note, I wanted to provide some suggestions and questions for the game so that it may get better and we'll find out more about it. First of all, they need to fix the scripts for I'm mostly thinking about just the models in general that each because the main controls are basically Q, E, R, and F. So for that's supposedly supposed to be what the um, main character controls are supposed to be. So I believe that the controls should be refined better so that none of the keys are overlapping one another. That way there's hopefully no more scripting errors. If there are, then they'll have to obviously fix that, but just to redefine the controls better, like they shouldn't be overlapping each other whatsoever. And then of course, second, I would like the map to be more detailed rather than like it could like obviously the buildings and everything look way better than what would be like 2D image and everything. It actually is all block detail and everything, but I would like to see a bit more like details in like the roads, like more cars, possibly helicopters or something. Like just make the map have more detail so that whenever they add make it more lively, at least it'll look more detailed and your player character won't be um, bouncing around because of the boundaries and whatnot that were put in place. So third is add in more aliens, which I'm sure they're planning on doing. But in my point of view, but before you even add the aliens to the game, you should make sure that they're able to change form back to normal so that you are not screwed over and have to reset your character completely. That would suck as hell if you forgot which character did. But it's like most of the time because most of the it's more of the further down pages that do show or don't change form and everything. So it's a very little amount of aliens, but just fix the aliens that don't change form, and then of course add in more aliens because I definitely would like to see Jet Ray, as well as like I'm sure a lot of people want to see most of the newer ones like the time alien, as well as the freaking I forget the name of the practically god one that takes 3 people to decide a choice and everything. But yeah, just add more aliens. And then, like while I was playing the game during stream, I just in my mind I was thinking of this game should have a first person like perspective just to see you actually holding the Omnitrix and everything. That way, then with the scripting, that even more so, they could actually allow you to actually move the dial and everything, rather than having the menu. You could actually use the Q and E keys because they wouldn't be used, of course. But while the Omnitrix is open, you could use the Q and E keys to actually slide through them all because that's literally what you're doing. You would be physically dialing through them all. So the much better to do that than have it just a menu of. I know the six aliens at once option is neat, but like realistically, you would be sliding through each of them. And then if you guys didn't, I know I didn't say it in the game or in the video of what I recorded, but on the top bar, the whole color stuff for the primary and secondary, that whole thing is the Omnitrix colors, if you guys didn't realize that. But in my point of view, that should be off to the side as a small box, a small convenient box that, like, just like the follow on Twitter thing is there. But to me, that should definitely just be to the side instead of covering the top bar because it just is wasting space that you could easily, like, especially, like, it was just annoying to have that, like that's just literally landscape that you could just have clear for a better view of wherever you're looking. And second of all, or another one is the whole follow Twitter thing. To me, I think the text should be shrunk more or removed entirely and just have a banner at spawn because no matter what, you're spawned at the same location anyway. So you might as well, like, if you really care about the text, just have it as on a banner because I'm sure people will pay attention to that because it's not like we're back in 2012 or something where people really just rush through. Nowadays we literally have banners in every single game, especially well scripted ones, so that people actually look at them. But after that, I also would like the game to be optimized so that when you launch it, like, cause I'm thinking mostly of the Phantom Forces game where the shooter, where every single all the scripts and everything are literally in place before you even spawn in. That's why on consoles it takes longer for the game to load because it's a console. So everything literally before you can even spawn, everything has to load in. So the whole UI and everything takes longer because everything's being finalized before the UI even becomes a thing. While on the PC, the game doesn't take as long, but it still takes time just because you got to go through all the UIs and everything. But this game definitely, like you, the whole thank you for playing little that whole thing I think should be removed and just be left as a translucent thing so that if it does show up you can still see your screen instead of just getting a pop-up on your face because it's not like you're on a phone or something where you get that. No, this is on PC, so the only time you ever get that is whenever there's an announcement for some event going on in a game, which of course there isn't. This is just a simple thank you, which to you would think would just be like I said, a banner and whatnot. After that, I would also like the game plans to be in the description. So like, I this game may be a side project, but at least have like a actual projection goals so that people know what you want to put in the game rather than people just guessing like me about what they're possibly going to do with the game. Whether or not they actually do it is beyond me, but I'm sure that in their whole group thing that they actually say, oh yeah, we plan on doing this, blah blah blah, gotta work on this, blah blah blah, oh we're almost finished with this, blah blah blah. So I would love an actual gameplay and a description other than just simple like controls and everything. Just so that it's like if you don't feel like going on the group page, you should still be able to see what the plans are because this game is obviously still a work in progress. I'm sure that it's only in alpha stages, I would assume, but I don't know. Obviously not beta. It's nowhere near finished yet. But that is all my suggestions, and next are the questions. First of all, will you be making the world more lively with NPCs slash AI because they have like the whole max plumbing thing? Will we be able to actually see enemies in the world, or is it just gonna be like possibly just a bunch of NPCs? Right, like there's just questions on my mind because it's like it would actually make the game more interesting rather than a bunch of, for the most part, players hurting each other when it's like there's like a time and place where some people may just want to come into the game just to see the models and all the abilities being used and everything, which of course does lag out the game, which like I said optimize the game better for that so that people can actually be doing their abilities but also won't be lagging out because of other people being way big like me using the freaking laser that lags the game because of the size of the weapon and everything. So but yeah, definitely there should be NPCs or AIs or something so that you actually could have a story in place, which there's so many Ben 10 stories with all the series that, or with all the shows that were put into the series universe and everything. So, and with the whole planetary exploration, I would like to know how many more planets will there be? Are we going to be visiting other galaxies, or are they going to be only a specific like different types of planets that the creators want to put into the game? I would love to see uh Azimuth's like planet and everything further. Like even though it would mostly all be green and black, but it's like it would like I just would like to see a whole lot more planets and of course more detail in those planets rather than just like the Aqua planet, like was literally just like practically an island with a very small amount of ocean space to actually like the whole point was that you had to be Ripjaws so they could swim around and everything. But next question, is there a limit to how many aliens you will be putting in the Omnitrix? Because as I said in the video, there's over 50. Like I know the whole trivia thing is that there's thousands blah blah blah. Guess what? You can say any number as you want, but unless you're actually like showing the aliens, there is probably not more than less than 100 aliens, I'd say, that were put in the show because most of the aliens that like were like, oh yeah, this is this alien, this is that alien, they were only shown for like a second because they were shown when Ben was pretty much going in between different aliens with the quick change with the Omnitrix, which I hope is included in the game when the game is finished, or when like I hope it's like a test run thing whether people will like it or not, because then it'll be like, oh, will people want this or will people prefer to just be normal so they can at least see the animation all the time? Because I would like a quick change so that it's like, oh, you can jump between different aliens like you could in the console games and everything. But yeah, I there are many aliens I definitely would like to see. Like I was telling before, just put in as many aliens as you can possibly put in and make sure they're scripted well and make sure that you can use any abilities that you see fit as long as you can change back to regular form. And then lastly, I really hope there that there will be different timelines and parallel universes. Like this just was just an offhand thing that I thought of because of the whole gold building that I'm sure is the villain building, but it's like that would be different thing. I know that would just take a whole lot more like map making and everything. Because that would seem more like a teleport type of thing, if anything. Like, hell, they kind of went lazy with the planetary exploration thing, where they're just literally jumping between worlds, pretty much. So, anyways, that is all my suggestions and questions. And let's continue back into the video. See ya. But anyways, I think that'll do it. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more, uh, either Ben 10, Roblox, or any other series I do type of videos. And with that said, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye now.